This week's Parsha begins with Moshe Rabbeinu informing Klal Yisrael that when they enter Eretz Yisrael, there are going to be brachas, blessings, that are given on Har Grizim, and there are going to be klolas, curses, that are given on Har Eival. And Rashi points out to us that these two mountains were in fact quite close to one another, so much so that the Kohanim and the Levim would stand almost between them and face towards each mountain as the brachas were given and as the klolas were given. Reb Shimshon Raphael Hirsch asks a penetrating question and gives us a fascinating idea into life. He asks, how is it possible to have two mountains that are physically so close to one another, but yet produce such different external results? Har Grizim was a mountain that produced amazing trees, beautiful grass, vegetation. It was a fresh Geshmaka mountain. Whereas Har Eival was a dry, rocky mountain producing nothing. But they were so close to one another. And Reb Shimshon Raphael Hirsch answers that external factors are not necessarily what produce the results. It comes from within. Har Grizim was a mountain that had within it such incredible potential. It had the vegetation, it had the wetness, it had the freshness, and therefore produced the external results. Whereas Har Eival, inside was dry, inside had nothing. So many times we think about our own lives and we almost convince ourselves that if we had a different upbringing, a different environment, if we had a different school, a different Rebbe, a better teacher, even a different family, we would have turned out differently, perhaps even better. But that's not true. The lesson from this week's Parsha, from these two mountains, is no. External factors can help, they can contribute, but often that's not what it's all about. Often it comes from within. It comes from the tools. It comes from what we have within us. What the Rabbeinu Shalom gave us, that produces the results externally. And that's a choice that we have to make. I'll tell you an amazing story. A man called Rabbi Lamborghini, tremendously clever person, real genius. He loved cars, anything to do with cars. And he started to build tractors, and he still does today. And he came up with an idea how to produce an amazing car. So he went to a man called Enzo Ferrari, and he said, listen here, I have an amazing idea. You have a car, let me work for your company, give me commission, I will improve your car and make it even better. And Enzo Ferrari said, thank you so much, but I have a great company, I have a great car, I don't need you. So Rabbi Lamborghini went over and he decided to build his own company. And eventually he built the Lamborghini, which was far superior than the Ferrari. Sometimes we look to be somebody else's Ferrari without realizing we could just be our own Lamborghini. Have a wonderful Shabbos.